By the holy light, be gone!
Hey everyone, thanks for joining me and welcome. We've been covering some pretty heavy stuff on the channel lately, what with all the obsession discussions, and as awesome as those are, and as much as I've loved seeing all of your comments and your thoughts and the debates that go on my videos in the comment section, and I hope all of that continues, I thought we should break things up a little bit and have a little fun for a change. So I recently found this game called Unmourned, and it has a lot of themes that this channel specializes in. So I have played it before, this is not a blind playthrough, and I hope you enjoy it. There will be some gameplay elements that I'll talk about as I go along through here, but of course it's mostly going to be about the themes of the game. Now this game reminds me of a few other horror games that I've played in the past. And what I would love to see in the comments is, what games does this remind you of? Because I found a few here that this game, I strongly suspect, probably took inspiration from. I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to try really hard to not give it away.
With you? Why are you doing this?
I hope you guys don't mind if I drink my coffee while I'm playing. I'll try not to slurp. One thing...
Nailed it. Almost there. Now, where's that frame hiding?
One thing that I, had a hard time figuring out on my first playthrough was who is the player character related to the main family that the game focuses on. And I think just rewatching the beginning here, I think he's just a guy who moved into this house and is gonna, unfortunately, get caught up in all this stuff that really didn't have anything to do with him. There's a stamina bar there, as you can see across the top of the screen. So this is one of those where you can't run forever. I don't know if that's a tagline for any video game, but it probably should be. Now, even though I played this rather recently, I've already forgotten some things. This is our safe room. You can see this room represents your progress throughout the game. The collectibles that will be picked by the end of each chapter will be placed here. While you remain within this area, you are safe from paranormal activities. Editing horror gal here. So as I was editing this video, purely by chance, I came across this image while I was looking for other images. As you can see, it bears an uncanny resemblance to the posture of the statue in the safe room, which is of a priest, as we'll find later. And this statue is of Christ, and it's located outside the Church of the Sacred Heart in Gdynia in Poland. I'm sorry for mispronouncing that. So we're going to run across another image of the Sacred Heart later on in the game. And this particular statue, while it's not specifically an image of the Sacred Heart, it's outside the Church of the Sacred Heart. So we've got an association with the Sacred Heart of Jesus here, which is a Catholic devotion honoring not necessarily Christ's physical heart as an organ, but as his character, representing the love that he had for the human race demonstrated in his sacrifice of his life on the cross to save the human race from the consequences of its sin. So I think that bears keeping in mind as we go through the game. I don't want to give too much away right now, but as we learn the story of this family, and especially the story of the priest involved, which is this statue in the safe room, which bears such a resemblance to the statue of Christ outside the Church of the Sacred Heart, keep in mind what the Sacred Heart might mean for this family, and in particular for the priest in the story. So this is where I really started to get reminded of a particular horror game, which I have also covered on this channel. Okay, there we go. I have my air conditioner running in the background. I hope it's not too distracting. I recently redid all of my audio settings for my mic, so... The heck is this frame? See, I've already completely forgotten all kinds of stuff. Did I go down here yet? I don't think I did. But it's way too hot today to be without the AC. Did the phone just ring? No, I guess not. Okay. This is the kind of game that I really enjoy, the psychological, PT-style, supernatural-style stuff. Those are my favorites. This does have some survival horror elements. Oh, here we go. And I'm not as big of a fan of survival horror. Oh, I think I found it. Here we go. Yeah? Okay, cool. Each item you acquire during the game is essential for advancing the story and will be displayed in the bottom left corner. So there's our inventory. One thing, tab is for objectives, so hang the picture on the wall. We've got it. But there are other points in this game where it says objective updated, and you'll press the tab key and you won't see a new objective. It'll say there are no new objectives. And that's the one just technical aspect of this game that could really use some improvement. I don't know if they plan on updating at any point, but... Okay, so this picture right here, this isn't a religious thing, but this is a very famous picture in paranormal ghost investigation, spiritualist, I guess, history. It's the Brown Lady of Raynham Hall. So this is a building called Raynham Hall, and it's somewhere in England, I believe. It's somewhere in the UK. I think it's in England. And there was this ghost called the Brown Lady. And this is a picture that a photographer had taken that is supposedly of this ghost, the Brown Lady. So this is a real historic photograph. But I do believe that it has been debunked. But it's still very important in the history of ghost investigations, spirit photography, things like that. Oh my gosh, you know what I just noticed?
Moving's done.
This is
Time for
actually a
some TV and
really
a cold
cool
beer.
touch. So, I'm not going to give it away, but keep this picture in mind. I'm just going to linger here for a second. And keep this picture in mind. Okay? Got it? Alright. Okay, what do I have to do now? Grab a beer? Or grape soda or something? Okay. There we go. Now I have to watch TV, right? Sounds like fun. Huh. Weird. Ah, sanity level. Your character's sanity will affect your gameplay. Standing in the dark for too long will decrease your character's sanity. That sounds familiar too, doesn't it? Your character's sanity is represented by the eye icon in the bottom right corner of the screen. If the eye is clearly visible, your character's sanity is dangerously low, and dangerous events will occur. The red ring icon appears when you are in a stressful situation, which decreases your character's sanity. So sanity counters started in a particular game that I'm thinking of, and then they became quite common in other games as well. There we go. This is freakily similar to my own television, actually. It just won't ever turn on. Oh, there we go. Objective updated. See, there are no available objectives, so sometimes you do have to kind of stumble around. Okay, that's going to come back later in the game as well. All of this stuff that we're seeing right now. I didn't catch this the first time around, so I'm glad I'm playing it again. Because after a full playthrough, I see this at the beginning, I say, oh, it's foreshadowing these other areas that I'm going to end up in later on. Some aspects of this game are quite well done. Oh my. Okay, that's definitely the phone. Uh-oh. This game does do the, was it there? Was it not? Was I seeing things? Which I really enjoy. Mortuary
buddy,
Assistant was
it's
good for
me,
that too.
Steve.
Oh, hey, Steve.
I've heard you bought yourself a new house. Congratulations, man. When's the housewarming?
Not sure yet.
You sound a bit off. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. I'll let you know soon.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Take
I'm
care,
hearing
buddy.
a bit of an echo in the
You
game
too. Thanks for the call.
voices. I hope that's not too annoying. It doesn't seem to be coming from the music. Where's the clock? Okay, see, so I don't know what my objective is right now, so I don't really know where to...
What is it again, Steve?
Raise your hand if you think it's Steve.
Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? What the?
You know, if there's anything I hate, it's a ghost who drinks all the beer. Okay, I've got the red sanity ring going on. There's one thing I noticed about this game too, and maybe it's just because I never let it get to that point, but when your sanity decreases...
I should check the electrical box.
Of course I should. When your sanity decreases, nothing really happens. You don't die or pass out or other horrible things. I don't think... Is this the basement door? No. I think this is it.
I must have left the key upstairs.
For heaven's sake. See if I can do some jogging. This is one of those games where a sprint isn't really all that much of a sprint. It's just like a fast walk. Oh, here's where they let you open up the drawers. There's somebody at the... No, it's just a shadow of the window, is it? Ah! Okay, very good. Ooh. And I can't turn on the lights, and I don't have a flashlight. Oh, he walked right into the ghost picture. That's pretty cool. Jeez. I've played this game before, guys. If you've watched this channel long enough and you've seen my playthroughs, you know I don't do jump scares. I just don't. Do not do jump scares. Now, I don't know about anyone else, but when the lights go out at my house, the first thing I do is go for... I have an emergency lantern. Here's another thing that reminds me of a particular game. A different particular game than the one I was thinking of before. The first thing I do is I grab that battery-powered emergency light that I have, and I don't wander around in the dark. They could have given you a flashlight, you know? Guy just moved in. Surely he's got to have a flashlight stowed away in some box or backpack somewhere. No guidance on the objectives. Okay. Uh-oh. Saving. Something's gonna happen. Supposed to go back upstairs? Here we go. Oh, why am I wandering around in the dark? I just fixed the lights. That's cool. I love that stuff. I don't know if we're supposed to go in here now. This is... I don't know. Again, it just reminds me of a certain game. Oh, that's the safe room. Oh, jeez! Okay, so there's our first, like,
Get it together, Jason.
flat out.
Wash your face and everything will be okay.
That's our first flat out religious theme. The ghost that just approached us. It was pretty quick, but you could see he was wearing a cross, and he is seemingly an Orthodox priest, because as you'll see in a bit, he has a wife and a child. So, as we know, Roman Catholic priests typically cannot marry. And I say typically because there are some exceptions, actually. If a man is a Protestant minister from one of the historically apostolic or liturgical derived denominations, like if he was an Anglican priest, or I think even Lutheran ministers, and then he converts to Catholicism. If he is married, if he has children, the church is not going to make him leave his family. So in those cases, when a Protestant minister converts to Catholicism, if he wishes to continue his ordination, his ordained ministry, then he may be ordained as a Catholic priest without divorcing his wife, leaving his child, all that stuff. Church does not require that. Also, there are different rites, R-I-T-E-S, within the Catholic Church. So, if you live in the United States or, you know, any of the Western nations, if you will be familiar with a particular form of the Roman Catholic liturgy, whether that's the quote-unquote Novus Ordo, or New Mass, which has been around since about 1970. That's the most common kind that folks are most familiar with. And then there's the traditional Latin Mass, which of course has been around since the Middle Ages, right? Since, was it the 6th century it was codified by, actually no, I'm sorry. The 16th century, Pope Pius V sort of codified the Mass basically by saying any stuff that's been added to the Mass within the past 200 years is going to go. So he actually set the Mass to what it had been 200 years prior to his time, so 1300s. But in addition to the Western Rite, R-I-T-E masses, there are Eastern Rite masses. And they are, if you were to walk into an Eastern Rite Catholic church, you would think you were walking into an Eastern Orthodox church, like a Greek Orthodox, for example. But it is Catholic. Those churches are in communion with Rome. So we have the Byzantine Catholic Church. There is a Byzantine Rite Catholic Church close to where I live. And it's absolutely beautiful. Those Eastern Rite Catholic priests can marry, because that is their tradition. Okay, a coin must be placed to unlock the door. Okay. Gotta go on another scavenger hunt now. Oh, there it is. How easy is that? I do find that the puzzles in this game are quite doable. That's actually a real picture as well. This young woman, was a circus worker. I don't, you know, I think we all know the term for this particular kind of circus worker, but again, it's the YouTube algo, so, but this is actually a real historical photograph as well. This painting I'm not familiar with. This is a very famous photograph in video games also. I don't know if this is a real person or not, but you see it in a lot of video games.
Jason!
Uh-oh, what am I gonna do? Oh no! I think this is one of the... yeah, that's... Buckle up, guys, because I'm gonna get killed a lot. You are dead, yeah, I know, I got it. I think this is one of those where you have to run towards him before you can run away from him. As far as I can remember. Oh, this photograph you see a lot too. And I think this is a real historical photograph. Except in the actual photo, their eyes aren't blacked out. But that is another one that's very famous to see in horror games. Okay. Oops. So I can't run backwards here, so let me figure out... when he comes after me, where am I gonna go?
Jason!
Oh! Oh, man! Come on, what?
Jason!
The game very helpfully shows me exactly which way to go. By blocking off. Oh, cool, swords. I used to do longsword fencing. I haven't done it in such a long time. Oh no! Oh no! No, come on! I'm gonna go down this hall. The priest is gonna come after me. If I turn around too soon, the passageway that I'm supposed to go down won't open up. And I'll be trapped in this corner and he'll kill me.
Jason!
See? Oh, there it is. Excellent. The game is rather helpful in blocking off the way that I can't go. I'm supposed to find more coins. And here's one right here. I have to grab that one and then scram because he's coming after me. Oop. There we go. And here's the last one. Ah, crap! Crap, 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 crap! Don't get me. Don't get me. Come on, I got the last one. Oh, this is lovely. Alright, so we have more religious symbolism, crosses on the floor. It looks like a Celtic cross because it has the circle in the middle, which you can see there. If I'm not mistaken, he comes out of this door too, but this one is a bit easier. Yep, because all I have to do is turn around this way. Yep, there we go. This part's gonna remind, you maybe, definitely reminds me of another game as well. So far, I'm mainly reminded of two major games, both of which I've reviewed on this channel. Previously, We have to find a handle for the phonograph. This is a real historical photo as well. This is another pictured photograph taken during the spiritualist movement, when spirit photography was very common. This part can be really confusing. So we have here these numbers, right? And then we have a chest over there. But those numbers do not unlock that chest. And I don't even remember if I'm doing this right. So now we have different numbers, 152. And I can't get... Oh, I can get back here. So I think the 152 opens up this one. Nope, let's try 693. Yep. Okay. So there's the handle. But we can't do anything else with it just yet because we need to unlock the larger chest, which is now upside down. So this one is going to be the 152. Oh, can't get back there. Okay. Okay. There's the record album, and here we go. Now, okay, that did it. I'm not sure about these paintings. I don't know if they've been created for video games in general or this game in particular. Got some evil nun imagery here, very popular, of course, in video games. This is just like, okay, so you tell me what... Again, very, very huge horror game that is so much like this whole segment here. Okay, so y'all know how I feel about the upside down cross. Everything in this room is upside down, but you've got the upside down cross, which is, you know, very famous as a satanic symbol, but of course it's started out, its most ancient meaning was as a symbol of Saint Peter, who, according to tradition, was crucified upside down. It was only in the... I believe it started in the 19th century, using an upside-down cross as a symbol of opposition to Christianity. Okay. Got me. And then, of course, that is its most famous use these days. I do think that this segment here goes on a little bit too long. I mean, there are only so many times you can try locked doors with, you know, before it just gets tiresome. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go over here. I don't think there's anything over here that I need. It looks like a Bible or perhaps a liturgical book.
Oh, please, please, I don't want to do this.
Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
So it looks like our priest is getting affected by some kind of outside spiritual influence. Some dark presence. I.e. possession, ladies and gents. So you've got the full eyeball there. So that's the insanity marker, but nothing's gonna happen. I've seen this in another video game too, and I cannot remember which game it is. If you guys have seen this before, the huge massive eye in the window, that is definitely from another game, and put it in the comments, because I cannot think of it. Jog and get this over with a little quicker. I do have to say, I think this game does a nice job of balancing all kinds of horror elements. It's got a lot of jump scares. It's got survival horror. It's got some gore, which I'm not a big fan of, but it has the psychological, creepy element to it, which I am a big fan of. Don't kill me! But it has a little bit of everything, you know, and I think it does a good job of balancing all of those elements. But you let me know. What do you think? Okay. Oh, camera. Very nice. So the camera element reminds me of yet another... Actually, I know a lot of horror games have video cameras and, you know, the night vision and the whole thing. Thankfully, this game does not require you to find batteries to put in your camera. But the camera does... This is a cutscene, there's nothing I can do about this. It does overheat. Later in the game, when you do the night vision, it will overheat. So then you have to let it rest for a bit and get normal again. Okay. We have to put this knife into the safe room. Because that's our first collectible. And I think the safe room is right there. So this is another element from a few other horror games that I've played.
Is this my house?
Can I put the camera down? No, not right yet. Okay, so I'm gonna put... There we go. And I do like that effect of seeing something different through the camera's screen, seeing the house as it had been in the past. And of course I'm supposed to go towards the scary noise. Can't turn the lights on. Okay, the priest is Nathan. Whoa. That's cool. I gotta say, I like that.
What's going on?
Also a cutscene that I couldn't do anything about.
Thank God. It was a nightmare.
Do I still have the camera? No. No objectives. Oh, at least the lights are working.
Something's wrong with this place. Maybe I can find something about the previous owners in the basement.
Of course it is in the basement. Of course it is. Where else would it be? No, wrong light. Normal staircases have lights at the bottom and top. But no, not this one. So, it looks like the sanity meter resolves when you get into a place where there's light. Sounds like there's some machinery outside, somebody doing yard work or something, so apologies for that. Hope the sound doesn't get too distracting out there.
December 23rd, 1968. It's been a difficult month. We faced challenging times with Emma.
However, I'm trying to stay strong for all of us. We will get through this.
I like that sort of cinematic effect of starting out with the present-day person's voice, the player character's voice, and then switching to the voice of the person writing the letter. I think that was a nice touch. Oh, there's a nice fireplace. There's a TV in the modern day. There's a TV there. Rather have the fireplace. I think this is a follow the lights kind of a thing. The game is telling you where to go by just where the lights are on. Oh. Oh, that's the safe room still. Okay. Oh. Okay. Laundry room. I like this because this would be an old-fashioned kind of a laundry room. Although you do still have these machines, and by the clothing that the characters are wearing, it looks like they're probably from maybe late 1800s.
No, please. Please, I don't want to do this.
Leave me alone!
Oh, there we go.
Nathan? Nathan? Nathan?
What do you want?
Is everything okay?
Yes! Everything's fine!
Okay, continue writing the notes. So, that was downstairs, right? So let's head back down there.
About Nathan, he's been acting very weird lately. I've heard him several times.
Talking to himself as if he was talking to someone. He's also become very aggressive, and I'm starting to feel scared around him.
Oh, this is cool. I just realized this. I didn't realize this on my first playthrough. This same desk where the letter was written was upstairs in that sort of office room. And it got moved down here into the basement. Now, why the letter is still on top of it, whoever moved it down to the basement didn't put the letter away, I don't know, but that's what's going on. Okay. I think... There we go. Okay, lights still work. This is good. Who's the second plate of spaghetti and meatballs for? Okay. We have another trail, which I should follow. I need to go to the door. It sounded like the doorbell. Yep, that's the door. Let me go. And there's no one here. Can I open it up? No. What's happened there? Oh no. Oh. Place got ransacked. Oh, there's still a fireplace there. Okay. Oh, it looks like this picture changed. Did it? Oh, guy walking past the window there. No, it looks like that picture has a lot more shadows than it did when I first hung it up. It's supposed to go up here? Oh, I think... Yeah? Hmm. Well, if you have, you know, bloody laundry, this is the place to be. Is she coming in here?
I need to get the fuck out of here.
Can't go through the window. Expecting a jump scare. Jeez. I was right, just not at that not at that moment.
What's going on? Have I gone mad or is the house haunted? There's a library not far from here. Maybe I can find some information there.
Make sure to shut the door, you know. Are any demons getting in? I don't know what those flashes are. Those weren't happening the first time I played. Is that a cat? Kind of like a cat.
county sewer leads to the library.
Yeah, I'll take the sewer to the library. Oh, man. He clearly knows where the library's at. He clearly knows it's nearby, but he's gonna take the sewer. Alright. I think the game just wanted to work a sewer segment into it, and getting to the library was maybe the only place it could fit. I think this is locked. Yeah, I can't get through there. Lots of valves in this game, but none that you need to actually mess with. Okay, and supposed to go down here, I think, yeah. Again, guys, jump scares. I don't do those well. At least I can laugh about them. Here we go. That wasn't too long of a trip at all. Here we go. Here we go. This is the craziest library. I was expecting that one. See? It just doesn't update the objectives, so... Okay. Find the key. Don't open. Oh. Wait a minute, which key is that? Ah, the office, okay. Which is up here. It's not to that door that was downstairs in the hallway. Hello, Harry. In case you need to open the library, I have the key in my locker. The code for the locker is the last 3 digits of my date of birth. I'm sure you remember it. With love, Mary. So, I don't think that Harry is our player character. I think that, Oh, that's the locker we need to open. Okay. Okay. I think Harry is just whoever had this office. We gotta find Mary. Mary! Okay. 945 are the last 3 digits of her date of birth. Okay, and now this is the key to that door downstairs at the end of the hall, so we'll head back there. And that was this way, okay. Oh, long hallway. Okay. Find information about the previous owners. I think it's... I can't remember where it is now. So we have... I like the way this library is set up because here's the religion section. Then we have history, psychology, and there's one more. Horror. So, all elements that go into the very best horror games. Horror, religion, history, and psychology. And in the horror section, we have family went missing. Unexplained disappearance.
Family went missing.
And the year is 1968. Again, they're dressed a lot
Come on, that's my house.
older
It's just like the
than
dream I had.
1968.
The family in the picture used to live here. What happened to them? Why are there 3 doors in the hallway?
So now she's gonna be chasing me while I try to find the key to get out of here. Oh, there it is! Wow, what luck! Now if I can just... Oh no. I ended up all the way... See, the layout changes on you when this happens. Oh, 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 there's the door! Wow! I didn't even see her that time. The first time I played this, I saw her a lot. She's chasing me all over the place.
How did she follow me here? Maybe it's not the house that's haunted. Maybe it's me who's been haunted. I have no other choice. I gotta find a way to stop this.
I definitely do not want to be turning off lights. So this is one of those where the layout changes the whole way through as you go along. So, an arrow here, so we're going to go back. I think... Okay. Here. Yep. Oh, okay. So that requires a code, and of course I can't remember what the code is. But we gotta go through the rooms and open the doors in such an order that we find the code and then we're able to access that keypad because that dresser was covering it. $1968. There's our code. Okay. Gotta make that bookcase fall again. There it is. 1968. And of course, that was the year on the newspaper when this tragedy occurred. One thing I have found too is that there's really not much occasion to go into the safe room to be safe from paranormal events, because they kind of just happen and then they lead to the next thing. So the only reason I can really see for the safe room is to put the collectibles in.
This can't be right. The photo clearly shows a third door. It's not here anywhere. What the?
You didn't see that coming, did you? Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning today. Oh! Dang it! Where? Oh, she's gonna kill me. Yep. How am I supposed to get away from her? Oh, wait, is this a... Oh, that wasn't a cut scene. Oh, how the heck am I supposed to get away from her? She's right there in the hallway and I have nowhere else to go. Oh, I'll bet you the key's in this drawer somewhere. There it is. Alrighty. It's like I said, I've played this before, but...
You know, as I hear you play my favorite piece, it makes me happy. You've got an incredible talent.
I can imagine playing this in a concert hall. Oh, that's been a dream of mine.
You have the skill and the passion. Why not turn that dream into reality?
And this is so much like another game, too. And I do have to say, this side story with the priest's wife, I don't really... see the necessity of it for the game. Ah. Okay. I have to find a piano key. Oh, okay. Alright, it's another code that I have to crack. Let's go back out here and see if I can find a place to, discover what this code is supposed to be this time. Okay, so this looks like the visitation of the Magi, who are more commonly known as the Three Kings, even though the only gospel they appear in, which is the Gospel of Matthew, does not say that there were three of them. It just says there were more than one. It just says plural. I think we get the three because it says they brought the Christ child gifts of gold, incense, and myrrh. Myrrh being a spice that was often used for embalming, and so it came to represent death. So those three gifts that the Magi bring to the Christ child indicate his divinity from the incense, his royalty from the gold, and his mortality from the myrrh. This looks like the wedding at Cana. At first it looks like the Last Supper because here's Christ seated at a table with lots of people around. But if you see the jars in the front here, the foreground of the painting, and then somebody's holding up a glass here, and we have Christ's mother, Mary, right there. This looks like the wedding at Cana. Where is this code? There we go. It was in plain sight the whole time. Now, that first number looks strange, but it's a 2. 263. Okay. There's the key that we need to place. What does this remind you of? She is way too old-fashioned to be from 1968. That looks like hell.
Do you think it could happen someday?
It can. And I believe it should. You owe it to yourself and your talent.
That's a cool effect, because at first you think it's an actual being standing there when you first come around the corner. I don't think there's anything in here that's important. Come on, come on. There we go. Oh, okay. This one, I think this is an actual historical photo as well. I think this is, it's a photo that had been taken in an asylum, and that posture was supposed to be therapeutic. I don't really remember the story behind that photo. I know I've seen it somewhere before. There we go. Electricity lever. Okay, so I'm gonna have to, again, fix the electrical box. Occupied. Yeah, I really don't have much confidence in exiting this stall right now. Okay. Here's the concert hall where the priest's wife wanted to play. See a piano right there.
What do you mean, my favorite song? This is the worst song I've ever heard.
Oh, we have a number. 3. Mannequins. Well, it makes sense that mannequins would be in a theater, right? You got the wardrobe department. Okay, which way? Oh, here we go.
A concert hall? Get real. You're setting yourself up for failure with those delusions.
So he's not being so supportive anymore. Oh, there's an 8. So now we have a 3 and an 8. Okay. Ooh! Okie dokie.
And why do you have to play this fucking piano all the time?
I just want to be sure I'm not missing any numbers. Okay, missing something here. Oh, 7. Okay, so we have 3, 8, 7, and okay. There we go. So it's unclear whether she actually ended up playing in a concert hall or if this is just her dream because he stopped being supportive. I don't know if this is supposed to represent him.
You ruined everything!
I guess the subplot with the wife wanting to be a concert pianist was just meant to show the priest's, you know, first being a loving husband and being very supportive of her dreams and her talent, and then with his personality changes from the possession, he, you know, stops being that, starts belittling her, and his lack of support, I guess, prevented her from following through on that plan of hers. See if there's any... Oh my. That's another thing I thought was cool in this game. That was a nice little touch there. This looks like the candles are in the form of a pentagram. What it looks like to me. We can't get to that smear on the wall. That's creepy. There's nothing in that pot. I do remember that. I don't think that door ever opens. In the whole course of the game, I don't think that door opens at all. There was nothing I could do about that.
What are you doing? Let me go! Let me go!
There's another collectible for the safe room. Okay. And the safe room is... right here. Couple of religious theme paintings I haven't addressed yet. This one, I mean, we have some figures with halos here, but I'm not sure. Oh, you know what I bet this is? I bet this is when the three visitors came to Abraham. So I'll bet you this man kneeling down here on the right is Abraham. And the three figures here are the three visitors. This happens in the book of Genesis. Three men come to Abraham and they tell him that his wife Sarah is going to have a son. Now, Sarah is described as being barren, which is the old-fashioned term for she just wasn't getting pregnant. And Abraham and Sarah are both very old at this point in time, and doesn't look like they're ever going to have a child. They very much want a child. And so these three visitors come along and say, by this time next year, Sarah will have a son. And Sarah overhears this and she laughs. And because she laughed, that son is going to be named Isaac, because it's based on the Hebrew verb for laugh, to laugh. So that is going to be the famous Isaac, okay, who ends up being the father of Jacob, who's then the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. So we have the patriarch Abraham, and I believe it's that these three visitors also tell Abraham that the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah are going to be destroyed. And Abraham intercedes and says, well, what if you find, 20 righteous people in one of these cities? And then one of the visitors, who's actually God, says, well, I won't destroy it for 20. And then Abraham, sort of negotiates God down to, I think, 5. It's either 3 or 5. And God says, yeah, I won't destroy it if I even find just, 3 or 5 righteous people in the city. But God does end up destroying both of those cities, meaning that there weren't even 3 righteous people in those cities. So I'll bet you that's what that painting is about. And so in the Christian interpretation of that story, these 3 visitors were a pre-incarnation expression of the Holy Trinity. So one of them represented, or not represented, but one of them was a manifestation of God the Father. Another was a manifestation of God the Son before he became human in the person of Jesus. So that's what I mean when I say pre-incarnation. And then the third visitor was a manifestation of the Holy Spirit. Okay, so that's the Christian interpretation of that. And this, of course, is Madonna and Child. Right? Mary and the child Jesus. Okay, so we've had now, I guess as represented by the piano being placed in the safe room, the story of the priest and his wife and what went on there. And now we're getting the story of what goes on between him and his daughter. And this is where we're going to start getting into the child harm stuff, so be warned. Okay. This is the daughter's bedroom. Oh, here we go. Place the red door drawing on the pinboard in the attic. Okay, so we're not going to get the wife chasing us in this segment. We're going to get the daughter chasing us. So now we have to locate the attic. I have seen this drawing in another game. And I think I remember, again, I don't want to give away what I'm thinking. I'll tell you at the end of my playthrough what games I'm thinking of that, you know, that this reminds me of so much. But I don't want to give away too much for right now. But you tell me if you've seen that exact image in another game before. Or something very like it. Betcha this is the attic. We can't go up these ladders. This is a huge attic. And very clean and tidy. I mean, you've got stuff here, but it's not all piled up and crazy. Ah, the old self-rolling ball trick. More mannequins. Because of course there are. Okay, I think this is the door we want. Oh. Oh. I was moving it the wrong way. Oh, there's the pinboard. Okey-doke. Yes, please give me big flashing icons to tell me where to put things. Okay. All right. Now, the first time I did this, the first time I did that, the child's ghost came out and attacked me. So I guess I didn't crank the handle fast enough or something? Who knows? Alright, now, where to use this number 739? The very best of 70s pop! How could you have that in 1968? Well, I guess the house went through other owners. Because somebody had to move that desk down to the basement, right? With the letter still on top. Okay. So... Oh. Is it here? No. And the mannequin ain't saying nothing. I don't remember where this combination is. I always hate to turn around in games like this. Whew. In the meantime, we continue our quest. For... what does this code unlock? Aha.
Do you want to draw something?
Okay, what should I draw?
Since you picked up a yellow marker, we can start with the sun. Perfect. Now, let's continue with the grass. Oh, I'm going to pick up the phone. You can continue drawing.
Black marker.
Oh, you already finished drawing. It's very beautiful. Who's behind Dad?
Oh, him? He's Dad's friend. 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 He's Dad's friend.
Ooh. Ah, of course not. Okay, one more for the attic. Okay. Got it.
Always kind. Be you. Always behind you.
Oh. Forgot this. This is very much like another game also. So this is one of the flashing light sections, and I'm gonna try to not press the flash too often in a row, but just be warned that if even one flash sometimes bothers you, then you might want to be wary of this next portion. Oh. What's going on? Oh! Ah! Okay. Mannequin? Wait a minute. Am I going the right way? I think I got turned around. Yeah. Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay. Oh! Oh boy, I'm gonna have a heart attack before the time this thing is over. Oh, there's the box. Okay. Alrighty. And creepy child is chasing me around here. Ah! There she is! And I gotta find this key. Ah! Oh no, man, come on! She's gonna get me. And you gotta get the correct door, too. You can't just... Heck is this key? Come on. Ooh! Got it! Oh, come on! Ah. Ah. Finally got it. Between shelves beyond reach. Finish the storage room chase in under 1 minute. Conqueror of Fear. Ooh, I got all achievements now between this and my first
Mom,
playthrough.
do you want to play hide and seek?
Sure, Emma. 1 round and then you're going to sleep. You stay here and I will hide somewhere in the house. Count to 5 and then you can start looking for me.
Now, this segment reminds me of a
2,
movie.
3,
Not of a game,
4,
but of a movie.
5. Here I come.
If it also reminds you of a movie, let us know which movie in the comments.
First whistle. Upstairs.
In the movie I'm thinking of, it's not a whistle. It's a sound signal, but it's something else.
Second whistle. It's coming from my room.
There we go.
Last whistle. Found you. You're in the wardrobe.
Time's up! The wardrobe's not even close to the bedroom.
But the whistle came from the wardrobe. Even the door moved.
Oh, it's okay, honey. Oh, you must be tired. Let's get you to bed now.
But... okay.
Good night, sweetie.
Good night, Mom.
And here again, I'm reminded of a specific game. That's interesting. That's something I didn't notice the first time I played this through, that all of the figures around the bed were in attitudes of prayer and worship, but they were facing the demonic figure. Interesting. So we have here
She only talks to herself.
the other aspect of this little girl's life, which is her school life.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
So the clock says 12:05. Again, it's an analog clock, so we don't know if it's 5 past noon or 5 past midnight. Probably 5 past noon, given that this is a school. Probably reflects the time during the school day. And it looks like all the clocks say the same thing.
She tried to strangle one of her classmates.
At least I'm already in the attic. Not far to the pen board. Again, I'm going to be flashing, so... Okay, that's done. Now what? Ah, the lights are back on. Very nice. No need to flash so much anymore. Okay. That trapdoor doesn't actually go anywhere. I think it'd be cool if it did. Here we go again. Might have to start camera flashes again soon. Oh, there's the mannequin. Okay. That wardrobe gets around. I think this is a clue that I'm supposed to go this way. Okay. Be who? Alright, camera flashes. We got... Oh, the eyes. That's the Madonna and child painting. But the eyes are glowing. So if we... That was a pretty good jump scare. It didn't get me this time, but it sure got me the first time. More flashes. Who's there? Oh, dead end. Okay. I don't like these flashes too much either, myself. Ah. Okay, found the doors. Okay, so flashes are gonna stop for a bit. Knock, knock. Who's there? B. B who? Behind you. That's such a kid joke. It's a mirror. Somehow the camera won't work. I've seen this in games before too. So how am I supposed to... Oh, it won't even let me go in there. Okay. Are we back in the school? Looks that way. Okay, I still have the camera, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna need to do any flashes for a while, so... Should be fine on that score. Classroom. Oh, an apple. Oh, there's the apple. Okay. Yep.
All right, everyone. It's time to draw. Take out your markers and draw this apple.
Okay, now I think we need to... Yep, I'm gonna look at the drawings now. She didn't tell them to draw the desk. Every one of these kids would have been failed in my class. Although I taught college, so...
She draws creepy things and scares everyone with her behavior. She even tried to hurt herself. I'm sorry to tell you this, but she needs to see a professional.
On the plus side, though, that's the best drawing in the class. I mean, aside from the specter in the corner, that is the most sophisticated drawing in the classroom. Okay, start to flash a little bit again. I'm not going to be able to get out of here, but I think I might have to... Yeah, I think I had to try the door first.
Let's play a game.
That was kinda Lovecraftian. That's creepy. That is creepy. I thought it was tentacles, it was arms. Okay, camera flashes. Okay, flashes are done for a bit.
Don't forget to take your pills, sweetie.
Why? I don't want to take them.
You have to, so you can get better.
So it looks like it's hard to tell what's going on with this child. It could be that because of the evil spirit influencing her father, the evil spirit is influencing her as well, or it could be a genuine psychological thing because of all the changes that her father is going through. He's becoming less friendly, less loving, shall we say. So yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Okay, patient report Emma, date December 4th, 1968. Emma has been diagnosed with schizophrenia characterized by auditory hallucinations and delusional thoughts. Okay, so it looks like it is actually the possession that her father is experiencing. She's picking up on that. It's sort of starting to spill over with her to where she's perceiving it. Doesn't look like that happened with the wife, but that could be a matter of, children are believed to be more perceptive to those kinds of things. She has been prescribed antipsychotic medication, which is crucial for managing these symptoms by stabilizing her brain chemistry. Consistent adherence to medication is essential for maintaining her mental stability. Ongoing monitoring and support are recommended. I would say the kid needs a priest, but her father is a priest. Okay, more camera... Well, no, not I lied. Not more camera flashes for a while. You sort of go back and forth between lighting areas in this game, so... Okay. okay. Maybe I didn't lie. Camera flashes again, folks. Oh, somehow the camera won't work. Oh. Wanna play? Well, I don't, but I don't think I have a choice. Now see, wasn't I supposed to do that? Oh, okay, that's not a regular You Are Dead thing. That was a cutscene. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take a wild guess and say that I gotta pin this classroom drawing up on the pinboard in the attic also. So here I go. Looks like there's room for one more after this one. Okay. So let's take stock. We have a red door, which I think was the attic door, right? We have the little girl's drawing with the demon behind her father. Yeah, see, she's picking up on this stuff that the mom isn't picking up on. We have the wardrobe from the hide and seek game, and we have the classroom drawing with the specter in the corner. Okay. Ooh. This reminds me of a part of another game also. If you take a picture of this guy, you will get an achievement. I didn't, I've already gotten that achievement from my first playthrough, so... But if you ever play this game, that's an easy achievement for you to get. Here's the school desk again. Ah. Rotten fruit. Staple of the horror genre. We have a 5 past midnight or noon clock again. And there's the specter from the drawing. We are back in the little girl's bedroom. We have unheard screams, fear, betrayal, lonely, ill, lost, victim, suffocate. Oh. Regret, delusional. Betrayal. I think I'd best get out of this room. I think I covered them all anyway.
Let's play a game.
What kind of game, Dad?
We'll hold our breath underwater, and the one who stays the longest wins.
Okay.
1,
2,
2, 3.
What the hell is going on here?
Nothing, darling. We're just playing a game.
You are insane!
That's when you leave.
Are you okay, sweetie?
That's when you
Come here.
leave. Okay, no objective updates.
Emma?
I'm sorry if the lighting is getting weird on my face. The light is coming around in the room now, so because I got a window on my left and a softbox on my right. Oh, this is... I have to do them in the right order. Okay. There we go. Okay, dizzy alert coming. Flickering lights. I can't move past these guys until it stops. Okay, I think that's another attic drawing. Yep. This very much reminds me of one of the games I've been thinking of this whole time. I'm gonna jog through this section. You have to do these one at a time and then get on that carousel that I just looked at. I didn't notice that the first time I played through. I do think that some of these segments go on too long. Okay, dizzy alert. Because this is going to go around and around pretty fast. I'm not going to look directly at it myself. Makes my eyes go funny.
Do you want to prank Mom?
Okay.
Okay.
Get into this chest, and when she comes, get out and scare her.
But I'm afraid to get in there.
Don't be scared. It'll be fun.
Okay then. Dad? Dad? I can't get out! Please get me out of here! I can't breathe!
Okay, we got another collectible for the safe room. Ooh. Lights much? Oh, hang on a second. Here we go. There we go, that's better. Now there's one more collectible that we have to place right on this statue here. This starts a really cool design portion of the game. These churches and chapels that we're gonna find ourselves in are just really cool. So the, I guess, metalwork on these doors of these churches, I think that effect is getting kind of old now. I think you can really only use that twice in a game maximum, and then it gets old. Anyway, I guess it would be metalwork here on the doors. We see that on pretty much all the doors of the churches in this game, and it is kind of Lovecraftian, I think. So we gotta find some items to place on the altar here. Now, the first thing I want to show you guys, though, is this statue here, which is probably of the Virgin Mary. And we're gonna see something similar a bit later in the game. But take a look at the stars around her head, and there are 12 of them. And this comes from the book of Revelation, chapter 12, where, well, it's really 12 and 13, where it describes a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and on her head a crown of 12 stars. So if you take a look at an image of the Virgin Mary, which is known as Our Lady of Grace, she has 12 stars around her head just like this. Okay? And that comes from that passage in the book of Revelation. So the way the altar is set up, it looks like the celebrant would be facing this way. And indeed, in the Eastern Christian liturgies and in the traditional Latin Mass in the Western Catholic Church, the priest faces the tabernacle. So the priest faces the altar, and the tabernacle is usually right behind the altar and above it. So that would make sense here, but we don't have a tabernacle. We have a statue of Mary, which is not what you would find. Now, in most modern, again, the Novus Ordo or the New Mass, the priest faces the congregation like this, but that doesn't look like the setup here. Because the book is here, so it looks like he would be facing this way. But it's not just for the sake of facing the altar, you're really facing the tabernacle. Now, in a lot of more modern Catholic churches or older churches that have been reconfigured, the tabernacle, which is the box or the container that has the elements of Holy Communion, so the consecrated bread and sometimes the consecrated wine, but always the consecrated bread, are there, so Christ's presence is there. And that's why the priest faces the tabernacle in the Latin Mass and in the Eastern churches. Because he's facing the presence of Christ.
And I couldn't stop.
But in a lot of, again, newer churches or older ones that have been sort of reconfigured, the tabernacle has been moved off to the side or even in a separate room off of the main church, like a little chapel area.
I can't leave them like this.
But there's no tabernacle here at all.
They deserve peace.
This is my first playthrough. I walked all the way around the sides here. Ooh.
No, not again, please, not again.
So of course this is a very profane image, right? You know, we have the holy image of the Virgin Mary, and then we have this demonic image, and here we have the. It looks like. Oh no, it looked exactly like that same specter that had been standing in the corner of the classroom, but it was the reflection of the chandelier. That was weird. So we have this sort of demonic figure coming up in front of the statue of the Virgin Mary, so almost as if it's taking over her and the holiness that she represents. It's displacing that.
The bodies. I must bury the bodies. I need to find a way to break through the wall.
Okay, I don't need to be in here right now. Again, I would have liked it if there was a better use for the safe room, or a more frequent use for the safe room. Because as it is, you don't really need to go in there to escape anything that you encounter in the house. Wait a minute, I got turned around here. Of course, can't turn the light on.
What's going on? What is this place?
I don't seem to have a camera anymore, so... You have the pill bottle there now, which wasn't there before. You know what? When that, sort of shaking and the dust coming down from the ceiling just happened, I just realized that reminds me of a game too. A different one. This part coming up here is yet another different game. The fourth one at this point that I started playing, and then I couldn't, it was too much. It was too, intense, or it was too much. And I stopped. I didn't finish it. But again, tell me in the comments if there's a game that you've played that this might remind you of. So now we're gonna get the story of the priest himself. We've seen the wife's story and the daughter's story, and now we're gonna get the story of the priest and how he got possessed.
You shouldn't be here. Save yourself while you can.
What are you talking about? What happened to you?
The villagers. They've lost their minds. It all began when someone hanged himself from a tree.
So I don't know if the developers intended this association, but I can't help but think of a verse in the book of Deuteronomy in the Old Testament, chapter 21, verses 22 and 23, and they read like this. And if a man has committed a crime punishable by death, and he is put to death, and you hang him on a tree, his body shall not remain all night upon the tree, but you shall bury him the same day. For a hanged man is accursed by God. You shall not defile your land, which the Lord your God gives you for an inheritance. So that is repeated in one of the letters of St. Paul. Cursed is everyone who hangs on a tree. And that is in the context of Christ's own death on a cross. The cross is sometimes called a tree because it's made of wood, it stands upright. And so in Paul's letter, he is saying basically that Christ bore the curse of sin, the curse of abusing human free will for the purpose of turning away from God instead of turning towards God to be in a relationship of love with God. And that brought the curse of sin and therefore of death upon the human race. And so Paul is saying that Christ bore that curse in his own body upon the tree, that is, on the cross. And so Paul associates Christ's death with this verse in Deuteronomy. So I don't know. I'm just wondering if there's an association with those two Bible verses here, especially the verse in the letter of St. Paul. There might be something to do with the sacrifice of Christ involved here. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments if you think that there's an association.
Hanged from a tree? What does it have to do with the villagers?
The evil spirit that was inside him. It's haunting everyone here. But there's a way to stop it. You must.
It's convenient. cross, fear, no fate. Oh, there's a note. Oh. No more food for him. He won't make it through the night anyway. Don't open the door. Waste your breath talking to him. Let him starve. If you hear him begging or crying, ignore him. Let him rot in there. Nice. Okay. Gonna leave you alone there. Take me away.
So, you are the pure one they keep talking about.
You won't make it! You will be caught before you get out of here, and they will take your life as an offering!
So at this point, the player character is actually... I think he is actually the priest. So I think at this point we're seeing things through the priest's eyes. And unfortunately I have to go through here.
And I do.
Golly. Okay then. Exit. That's the way I'm heading. Oh, but oh. Of course it is. Alright, I should have known. First playthrough I explored this floor, but I figured I'd try just going up the stairs right off the bat. See where that got me. Okay, so gore alert. So it looks like the game is trying to put together the game... typical horror game settings of both prison and hospital. Oops.
Oh.
Here we go. so I'm wondering if these keys open that door that I just tried. Yeah. All right. Oh, more keys, but I don't need them because I got this one. Oh, another camera. Night vision camera. The night vision camera lets you see in complete darkness. The bar on the right of the screen shows how long you can use it. When the bar gets empty, the camera overheats and you can't use it until the bar goes above the red area. Manage your usage carefully to avoid being left in the dark at crucial moments. Well, I'll do my best. But as we know, that is rather difficult to do. Oh, here we go.
He's in the camera room! Catch him!
So now they're going to be chasing me. There we go. Alright, can I get out now? Yes. Okay.
He's here!
Jeez. Ah! I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna get killed. Exit. Okay. Exit. Alright. Which way? Here we go. Got it. Got it. Got it. Oh, yeah, we gotta... It's just not a horror game without fuse boxes. There we go. Or bolt cutters. But there aren't any bolt cutters in this game. This part here, we gotta just kind of run around this guy. Yep, that's inevitable.
With it. Wind carries the force. Hear it.
Why they don't follow me over the fence, I don't know. It's like they can't climb fences. I mean, I'm glad they can't climb fences, but, you know. Okay.
The suffering are
Is this the right way? No, I just came from there. Here we go. Right? Yep. I can't grab the axe off the table. Oh no. Can't do that. The bells won't stop in my head. I hear them louder every night. I see her standing in the graveyard. She whispers my name with the bells over and over. I can't take it anymore. I have to make it stop. And now she's gone. That was kind of a... I feel like that was a non sequitur kind of in the game. Because there was that letter and she kind of comes out of nowhere and that whole thing just doesn't go anywhere. It seems kind of random. I don't think I can get in here. No. But here, of course, is an upside-down pentagram and the outline of the sort of Baphomet head there with the horns and the pointed chin and the beard coming down. Satanic imagery. Presumably graffitied onto the church doors by the people of this village who are all possessed. There we go. Good thing they can't open doors. Oh, here we go. Right, so here we are going to see how the priest got possessed. Holy Trinity, of course, this is part of the formula of exorcism. Now, if this is Eastern Orthodoxy, which again I suspect it is, because this priest is married with a child, I don't actually know much about the Eastern Orthodox exorcism ritual.
I won't lay hand. You think you can cast me out? You are nothing!
By the power of God, I banish you from this body! By the holy light, be gone!
So we see what's happening, right? The demon is coming out of the possessed man and into the priest. Now, of course, if you've seen The Exorcist, this is exactly what happens at the end when Father Karras... okay, so Exorcist spoiler here in case you've never seen it. Father Karras tells the demon possessing Reagan, the little girl who he is exorcising, to come into him. Because the exorcism just isn't having the effect that it's intended to have. It's not working very well. The demon is just not leaving. And so Father Karras finally says, "Come into me," and the demon does. It leaves Reagan and it enters Karras, and I won't tell you the rest of it. In case you haven't seen it. But as far as the Catholic understanding of exorcism,
He sees everything.
and I don't know if this is the same as the Eastern Orthodox understanding of exorcism and demons, but certainly in Catholicism, possession is not contagious. Okay, it's not the case that a demon will leave the possessed person and zoom into somebody else in the room. That's movies, games, but that does not happen. It's not like a cold.
Oh, you're finally awake. Stand still and everything will be all right.
Oh, you're finally awake.
You're not scared of heights.
It reminds me of another game, although I don't think that was, I could be wrong, but I don't think that was necessarily an inspiration for that part of this game. I just realized it.
Our suffering, to seek relief from the shadows that have haunted us for so long. For years, we waited in the darkness, hoping that this day would come. We have offered the lives of women, children, and even the unborn, tearing them from their mothers and spilling their blood in a vain attempt to cleanse our land from this curse.
So I don't know who this guy is. I don't know if he's a demonic priest, but he seems to be saying here that he's been trying to prevent the demons. But he certainly looks demonic. I mean, he's got that skull on his belt and everything. I don't know. Who knows? I have no idea. I don't know if he's been summoning them or trying to get rid of them. There seems to be... I don't know. There seems to be a connection between what he's been doing and the demons, or the demon finally taking over this village. Maybe what I'm saying is maybe what he's been trying to do to keep them away has actually been summoning them instead, or making them stronger. Because I mean, if you're trying to keep evil away and you're doing evil things, it's probably not going to work. It's probably going to have the opposite effect. My camera did not break in that fall. That is a good piece of equipment. I think this is the church, or we're getting very close to the church that's really, really cool. I mean, not that these ruins aren't cool. This statue here looks like... Oh, let me get the camera back. This looks like it might be the Sacred Heart, because in the Sacred Heart image, Christ usually has both hands on his chest, one on either side of an image of his heart. And of course, this statue is all worn out because this place is ruined, but it really looks like it might have been that originally. And that's a Catholic image, not an Orthodox image, but it looks like this game is sort of blending the two traditions, East and West. Handle. What do I need a handle for? Oh! That was another close one. Okay, I think I'm supposed to go this way. This design is really cool. I really enjoyed this part of the game. Oh. Okay, can't go that way. Can I get through here? No. I can't get through here, can I? No. I have to double back? No, there's gotta be a way to get through here. Oh, these levers. Okay, right. Okay, I remember this. You gotta do these levers in order. Ah, that was easier than the first time. That's so creepy. We have an angel, which looks more like a funerary monument. Let's see, I didn't go this way in my first playthrough. I went the other way, so let's see where this gets me. Oh, it looks like a dead end. There's an altar. Okay, Anno Domini. That's definitely Latin. But it looks like there's a bunch of other languages on here too. Tag, that's definitely German. We got Rhein, Niedern, Grafschaft. So maybe this is actually in German. And Anno Domini is the only Latin thing there. So if anybody can actually read this, Let us know in the comments. I see Herr there, which means Lord. Of course, it's also used as Sir, right? But it means Lord. Sounds like somebody's knocking on a casket lid, so we'll get out of here. Gotta go the other way anyhow. Oh. That was totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. Oh, my camera's running out of the night vision, but it's pitch black in here. How did she get there? Okay, jump scare incoming. I sometimes forget about him, but I remembered this one. I mean, I think that was an unnecessary jump scare too. Honestly, I think it would have been much more effective if she just stayed there and didn't do anything. Kind of Hitchcockian, you know? Alfred Hitchcock said that it was either his first movie or one of his earliest ones. And it was about a bomb on a bus. And I remember hearing that he had done an interview, or reading that he had done an interview where he said, you know, he spent so much time building up all this tension and suspense, and then finally the bomb went off. And that relieved the tension. When something actually happens, it's, oh, okay, so that suspense is no longer there. And he said in this interview that that was the worst choice he could have made as a director, was to have that bomb go off. Because if he didn't have it go off, if he just had the bus park and nothing happened, that would have kept that suspense elevated. But he, I guess he learned from that. And that's the approach that he took from then on with his movies, to keep that suspense ratcheted up by not having things resolve. Oh. There's that creep. So we've seen this creepy woman, and it's not the priest's wife. We've been seeing this creepy woman all over the village. I'm wondering if she has something to do with the demon showing up, or if she's a manifestation of the demon that has been afflicting this village. Look at that. That is such a cool view, the way that reveals when you come up to it. Okay, so here again we have a statue of presumably the Virgin Mary with the 12 stars. And it's very accurate. Every time this image comes up in the game, it's 12 stars. So, okay, over here we have the same, oh, you can't really see it, but it's the same. You see how he has his right arm raised there? That's the same statue that's in the safe room in the house. And it's the same statue as in the little girl's nightmare, when she goes back to bed and she sees the statues all around. Okay, so this is the same or a similar church as we were in earlier when we had to put all the stuff on the altar. And all this stuff is still on the altar, but we now have to find the head of the angel on the left here. This music... hopefully you can hear it well enough. It really reminds me of the music in Amnesia: The Dark Descent. When you come up out of... there's so many sort of underground areas in that game. But I think it's right after you have to run away from the cart, whatever it's called, the water monster there. And you have to go, I think it's the archives, or the old archives, and you finally make it through all of that, and then you come up into this beautiful, not necessarily sunny, but well-lit courtyard. And you hear this peaceful music. That's what this music playing now reminds me of. So let me tell you a little bit about these rooms at the back. Well, really at the front, because the front door is here, right? So in older style churches, there's usually a little room, and it's usually on this side. As you're facing the front doors from the inside, it's usually on the right, and it's called the baptistry. And this was where the baptismal font would be located. Now these days, usually the baptismal font is up at the front of the church, somewhere in the area of the altar. But in the olden time, the baptismal font was in a separate room near the entrance. And the reason for that is because you couldn't really fully participate in the sacraments and so forth unless you were baptized. So you would, and there's a leftover of this in the Catholic Church to a certain extent to this very day. You could attend the Mass, the liturgy, up to a certain point, up to when the Lord's Supper or Holy Communion actually occurred. And then you had to leave because you were not yet initiated into those mysteries, into that sacrament. So when you were finally baptized, you were sort of officially entering the church in full, as a full member who could receive all of the sacraments and fully participate in all of them. And so entering the church was reflected in entering the actual physical church location. So you had the baptismal font by the door. Some churches still have that configuration, but not a whole lot of them do. Usually the font is up by the altar up front, and I think that is to put the emphasis on the person who is being baptized. And, I mean, you could argue that that sort of shifts the emphasis from Christ to the person receiving the sacrament. There's a third switch around. Oh, I just remembered where it is. I'm gonna have to head all the way back up here. So you could say that that's kind of performative. But I guess there are arguments to be made on both sides. There's a more modern church near where I live that was built in the early 1900s, and it has a baptistry. I don't think it's used for baptisms, but it has that space. Okay, here we go.
What have I done? Lisa. Emma.
Okay, so his wife's name is Lisa. I had completely forgotten that. He's still in the church. There we go. It's really hard to sort of be able to look around to get to... sort of to get out of that black screen. Oh, wait a minute. I have to get to that archway, so I think... Can I go around? Oh, can't use my camera. Okay. Oh, no, come on! Go all the way. Okay. Can't get through there. Jeez! I like the way that this arch is broken. I just like the way they did that. That's pretty cool. Alright, so, okay. I'm assuming that now I have to go around here. Okay. Don't freeze on me, game. Okay. Woo! And that's it. We can't get back in. Bye-bye, church. Will the camera work now? It does. Okay.
Is this Nathan?
So remember, in the village, the guy told Nathan that the curse, the demons, the demon possessing the whole village started when a man hung himself from a tree. So notice that this is also Nathan's preferred way of offing his wife and child, and then also himself. And again, that's because he was possessed by the same demon who was possessing that village. So looks like he went there to this village to help, to do exorcisms.
Rest in peace.
To get rid of this demon, and ended up becoming possessed himself. I gotta say, this wouldn't make too bad of a movie if it was done right. Sorry, again, I'm yawning a lot today. So now I have Nathan's cross. Come on, he's dead. What's he gonna do to you? Oh wait, this is a horror game. That they can do a lot.
Let me out!
Alright, we'll see if I can find my way out of here this time. Because on my first playthrough, this was a challenge. Okay. Yep. Okay, so as far as I remember, follow the wall. Don't go up there yet. Follow this, or just all the way around. Ah, come on! Got it in one this time. And Nathan's cross we have to put on the statue in the safe room. So the statue, I guess, would represent a priest. And so all of our collectibles are now Any objective updates? No. Again, I think that that's something that could really be improved. Okay, here's another helpful indicator of where I need to go. Oh, and of course, no lights. Oh, not too bad. Okay, so here again, we are going to have the family members in their deceased state, so fair warning for that. Bury the bodies in the yard. Do I have to let them down first? No. Not too long of a trip, thankfully. What hand did I open that door with? Okay. Looks like he's digging through rock. That shovel is really good. Wow, he went to Home Depot and got wood and everything. So right, Nathan is buried now, so this is not Nathan crying, this is the player character crying for this family. So the achievement that comes up at that point is mourned. So the family has now been properly buried, and someone has mourned their deaths, and that is what puts them to rest. So the happy ending is that the player character survives at the end and carries through with his quest. Very nice to see that there are actual human voice actors in this game. So I want to see in the comments what games this game reminded you of. I know I said I would tell you at the end of the video, but I really want to get a discussion going in the comments. There are several games that look like it inspired a lot of this one. One thing, just story-wise, is that the player character didn't have a direct connection to this family. He just moved into the house and strange things started happening. And so he went on this sort of investigation quest to figure out what happened to these people and then to put them to rest. And I think that if you look at some of the other games that are similar to this one, the player character was actually one of the people involved in these horrible things that happen, and he is now trying to atone for what he had done. And he's trying to make good on the pain that he had caused, right? And so that's not here, and so I think that it's missing a level of pathos that other games might have, because the player character was directly involved and is now trying to, undo the results of his crimes or atone for them. But it's a really fun game. I really enjoyed it. I thought the church design was great. And thank you so much once again for giving my playthrough some time out of your day. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you join me for the next playthrough and for my next movie reviews. Until then, take good care. Bye now.